I want to finish off, inshallah ta'ala, with giving advice to 3 groups of people, right? The first group, my brothers and my sisters, are those who have not committed the sin. You can imagine those who were engaging in the haram. On the day of Saturday, my brothers and my sisters, was the only day where the fish would come onto the seashore in such abundance. It was getting very, very tempting. The wrongdoers, they used every trick in the book, thinking they could deceive Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They were told 6 days of the week, go and fish, just on that one day. You know what this test was? That the fish would come in abundance on the day of Saturday. So they used that trick while the rest were watching, right? It's getting very, very tempting, my brothers and my sisters, to do that haram. And this is, my brothers and my sisters, right, something that many of us may well struggle with. You want me to stay away from disobedient acts while everyone else is doing it? They seem like they're having a great time, right? They seem like they're really, really enjoying themselves. Let me tell you all a story, my brothers and my sisters, right? Social pressures, right? Approximately maybe in 2004 or 2005, I believe it was, the little that I knew, my father one day explained to me that riba is haram. You are announcing a war with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? If you engage in that which is interest-based, a loan that is haram, or anything else that is displeasing to Allah Azza wa Jal, right? You will be under His wrath. This is what my father told me from a very young age. Until one day, I happened to be with a relative, right? And he was thinking about taking out loans that were interest-based. And by the way, what I'm telling you guys about has nothing to do with our brother who came on stage earlier. I was in front of my relative, and he was telling me about how he wants to now start his business based on interest and so on and so forth, right? And he said to me, everyone does it. But I said to him, isn't this haram? He said to me, I did a bit of research and I came to the conclusion that this is how BMW started a business. Wallahi alladhi la ilaha ghayruh. Look at how well they are doing, right? They've prospered. They now have become multi-millionaires. Maybe now it's reached into his billions. And at the time, the little that I knew, and we still have so much to learn, right? Isn't riba haram? But so-and-so done it. These social pressures, my brothers and my sisters. You can imagine the Sabbath breakers, those who violated the limits, those who violated and transgressed Allah Azza wa Jalla's commandments, while others are anticipating and looking at what they are doing. What is going to happen? Ila akhirih. It's very, very, very tempting. What happened eventually, my brothers and my sisters? Those who enjoyed the good, they were saved. You know what happened to that brother, my brothers and my sisters? From that point on, up until now, they've gone into loss, bankrupt, and up until this very day, no one's able to open that shop anymore. Every time me and my little brother drive by, I say to him, this is the result of a riba. We may think, my brothers and my sisters, and we're ready to jeopardize so much. Take this from me, my brothers and my sisters. I was about to say younger brother, but I think I'm older than most people here, right? As someone who has seen enough in life, many supposedly, or it seems from the apparent, that they're enjoying their lives. Wallahi, it's not the case.